For couples looking to become pregnant, infertility issues can present a crippling roadblock. An estimated 7.3 million women are confronted with conception impediments, making infertility a serious healthcare issue in this country. Joining us now during National Infertility Awareness Week with their own unique experiences, each woman, is Barbara Kalura, Executive Director of the National Infertility Association Resolve, Melissa Foss, who battled infertility issues for years, and Dr. Lisa Masterson, an OBGYN and host of the TV show The Doctor. Ladies, welcome to all of you. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Barbara, I'm going to start with you and the work that you're doing with Resolve. Can you tell us about it and why it's so important?
Resolve has been around for a number of years, and National Infertility Awareness Week is really one of our key events throughout the year. And it's really a moment in time where all of us in the infertility community can come together and help raise awareness about the disease of infertility. It strikes 1 in 8 couples, which is staggering when you think about it, yet it's a very lonely and isolating condition. And so an event like National Infertility Awareness Week is an opportunity to bring it out in the open, but also to provide some really good information for women and men about infertility.
It needs to come out in the open, right? So many women are somehow almost ashamed that they don't talk about it, and therefore women don't share the information the way they should. Melissa, tell us about your personal journey. I know that you've struggled with this for years.
I have. It's been about 5 years now, and it was definitely the hardest thing that my husband and that I personally have ever gone through. It's really hard to know when to stop, and it is very isolating, as Barb said. So throughout this whole thing, the one good thing I think I can do is help other women not do what I did and spread the word about the great things that we have today that we didn't have when I started, like testing your fertility at home with this first response at-home fertility test. Amazing. I didn't even know what FSH meant when I began this. It's just kind of a test and to see how your eggs are doing, how healthy they are. And what stuns me is that so many women of childbearing age don't even know what it means. So you can test it at home in the privacy of your own home and sort of get the beginnings of sort of owning your own fertility, and then go to your doctor.
But Melissa, you say, you know, I want to help women so they don't do what I did, but you did so many things right. I mean, here you were, this incredibly successful career woman, beauty editor at Harper's Bazaar, style expert, so you clearly were achieving the life that you dreamed about. So what is it that you say you did wrong? You know, I mean, what would you do differently?
You know what, the hardest thing is realizing that I don't think I really did anything wrong. I probably could have stopped torturing myself a little bit earlier than I did. I wish that I would have talked to more women and taken advantage of the tools that were out there, but it really does get quite isolating. So the other thing is to just begin sooner. Start charting your ovulation. You know, you can take at-home tests. I thought it's just going to happen for me, but then when it didn't, I should have taken control, or tried to take control. You can never really get control, but just know about myself and know about my body sooner. And
so, Dr. Lisa, what is it what's the takeaway that women really need to know? What's the age? What's the cutoff? When should we really say, look, either I'm pregnant by this age or I'm taking some concrete steps?
Right. Really, you did nothing wrong. Right. And basically what we can learn from, you know, what she did, and a lot of women can learn from what she did, the numbers are real. And what a woman can do, and what you're on telling women to do, is know their bodies. To be able to empower themselves by knowing how their bodies work, knowing about ovulation, knowing about your ovarian reserve, because so many women, just like Melissa, are, you know, pursuing their dreams, and we want every woman to know her most, you know, all of her potential. So know these things, know that there's things over the counter that they can do to empower themselves, know what their ovarian reserve is by testing their FSH, know what that is, ask your doctor, know if you're ovulating, because you only get 10 to 12 chances a year, if that.
And it's up to you to figure this out, because there is no one age, right? I mean, it varies from woman to woman.
It varies from woman to woman, her history, her genetics, her family history, the whole thing. And the other thing that women can do is plan. We want women to start to plan ahead. So, you know, that preconceptional counseling, go into your doctor and ask, you know, how long do I have? What is my potential? What should I be doing now? Should I start folic acid? We always know that decreasing stress and just planning ahead now, which I'm really excited about, especially women waiting longer. There's a pregnancy test where you can actually tell 6 days before your missed period, which is huge to women who are, you know, who may have infertility or who are older, their first response makes. And so this is a great new thing that's out out there, all the new innovations for women so that women can empower themselves, know their bodies, and be able to follow their dreams and have the families that they want.
And as an OBGYN, are you seeing this frequently, people coming into your office having trouble getting
all the time? And we walk that road, that journey with them. Women who, you know, who will start later and have a lot of miscarriage, and the genetic disorders are higher, the complications, and so it's hard.
What are the, I know that every woman is different, but what are the general age ranges? At what point should a woman be saying, I need to look at my options? Late 20s, early 30s?
We know that fertility drastically starts to go down in their 30s. So really, once you start to get in your 30s, I mean, I don't need 20-year-olds in my office going, can I, you know, get fertile? But they need to know their bodies, they need to know their options, you know, what's available to them. But in their 30s, women need to we're giving them a little heads up today. To say that, you know, there's options available out there. There's ovulation tests, there's ovarian reserve potential tests, there's pregnancy tests.
Egg freezing has made advances.
Egg freezing. There are, you know, potentials, and you need to ask your doctor, you need to start the dialogue.
What's right for you. And so, Barbara, you're heading to Capitol Hill later this week, right? On Wednesday, you said? What is it that you want to tell lawmakers about all of the new developments in infertility treatments?
Well, this is a congressional briefing that Resolve is hosting on Wednesday. We're going to be actually in the Capitol building briefing legislators and their staff on what our federal government here in the United States is doing about infertility. And we're going to have a gentleman there from the CDC who actually heads up the reproductive branch at CDC, talking about, to be quite honest, what we don't know. There's a lot we don't know about infertility. There's huge gaps in our knowledge and information and even public awareness. And so he's going to be talking about some ideas that CDC has about filling those gaps.
And also, I want to ask you about health coverage, health insurance. I mean, right now, infertility treatments are not covered.
Correct.
But is there a movement to try and change that?
Well, we have insurance mandates in a few states that Resolve has helped pass, but it's becoming more and more difficult. So we're working directly with employers and insurers to try and get this coverage as part of a normal, comprehensive plan. But I'll tell you, again, you can be an advocate in this area. You can talk to your employer. There's a lot of resources that you may already have available, and a lot of people don't even realize they may even have some benefits available to them right now. For example, you have flexible savings accounts. You can get reimbursed for a lot of the over-the-counter tests and other procedures. We did a study, and a lot of people don't even know they have adoption benefits from their employer. So take the time to learn what may already be available to you.
Pick up the phone and educate yourself on all of that. All right, Barbara, Melissa, Dr. Lisa, thank you so much to all of you for being here today. And remember, for answers to all your health and wellness questions, head to the health page at abcnews.com.